a great pleasure to be with you. So as such, and as a local authority, we have a unique responsibility to support businesses and create an environment where enterprise and entrepreneurship thrive. Now what I want to do is highlight three ways this morning in which the Council helps to create those networks amongst the 33,000 odd businesses referred to. The first way is what I describe as creating communities of interest. I, for example, am the chairman of something called WEMA. WEMA stands for the West End Marketing Alliance, and it's a grouping of businesses, of property owners and trade associations who represent things like the theatres, the major retailers of Westminster and the wider tourist industry, including Visit London. So the role of WEMA is to promote the West End as a destination both for businesses and for consumers and for tourists. And our role as a council is to facilitate those activities and make sure that the marketing plans which are delivered through that organisation are successfully achieved. Now we are a funder of that, but we are a minority funder, and I don't think it's an understatement to say that the excellent retail results which we saw last Christmas could not have been achieved without the promotional work that WEMA does, even though the weak pound helped in that respect. Another example is something called the Westminster Small and Minority Business Council, in which small and minority businesses keep in touch with each other, but also they get support to access public procurement, or public and private procurement, that's very often commissioned by large organisations and with whom they are unfamiliar with dealing. This organisation, the structure of it, was wholesalely stolen by us from Houston, where they've been at this kind of stuff for many years, and we've been going at it for only 3, so we've still got some way to go. But it's a fascinating example of how by gluing together small and offering the opportunity for small businesses to get together, we help to facilitate some benefit, but also, and I know every time we host a meeting, there is much, much more business being done in the room between members than ever there is interest in anything that I've got to say. So the network between small and large organisations we believe is crucial to any economy, and it's one that we support as a council but don't seek to control. Our networks with the private sector are really strong actually. We've got an innovative partnership, for example, with the Grosvenor Estate to invest in the public realm, where the costs and risks have been shared between the private sector, the Grosvenor Estate, but also us and other public partners. The funding model there means that we've put £10 million in up front to provide infrastructure improvements in the spaces around where the Grosvenor have got their properties. Once the works are being carried out, which obviously benefits our residential community, tourists, as well as the property values that Grosvenor have got, Grosvenor pay them money back. So effectively it's a soft loan over a period of time. We've also improved our public realm, things like Marble Arch, which has been restored to a bit more of an attractive thing than the eyesore it was in recent years, but also Leicester Square, Piccadilly Circus and so on, by working in partnership with both private and public providers. And the third role I touch on is as an advocate and a lobbyist for the business community. The council, any council, holds a huge amount of information, as well as having political clout to be an advocate and to represent business on the national scene. And it's crucial that we put that advocate role together with information for the best benefits of the local economy. Over the last year, for example, we've used those tools to predict that we were going to, and our businesses were going to incur, a 40% hike in their business rates. We use that information to lobby really hard on their behalf, and also to mail shot small businesses within that section to try and encourage as many of them as possible to take advantage of the reliefs which were already there, but which many of them didn't take up. As a result of that mail shot, we've got about £250,000 worth of extra NNDR relief claims. And of course that money's going back into the hands of small businesses and in our economy. Now, across the activity in the recession, we've not sought to reinvent parts of the economy which we've which are going through great difficulties. And we've, on the whole, avoided interventions which either we thought we couldn't afford or would distort the market only for the period that our public funds were available. We have given extra support, of course, to some existing structures like the Citizens Advice Bureau and so on, who are already players in our